Alright guys, today we are doing the fuel lines and primer ball in a Toro weed eater. It is model number, what is that, 51978. First thing we're going to go ahead and do is undo the air filter cover. Apparently this guy's already been in this. I didn't even notice that the throttle cable was down here. But so the next thing you would do is take the T25 bolt out and remove the throttle cable that's right here. This guy's already been in it, in his machine, trying to mess with it, trying to do it himself. Alright, so the next thing is T25, remove those two screws. Okay, so we're just going to pull this straight off. Oh, I'm going to have to loosen it up a little bit more. But go ahead, loosen them up, take this straight off. About the fuel lines or anything, just yank it right off the fuel lines. They've already taken the primer ball out, but usually I just grab this with a pair of pliers and just pop it right off, because we're going to replace that. Fuel lines, primer ball, I'll even have the carburetor, everything, fuel filters, air filters, everything will be in the description below. Just click on the link and it'll be everything you need. Real quick though, let me explain where all these go. Alright, so this line right here, it goes down to the filter. So this is where the filter hooks up to. This line that goes into the tank here is a return line. It goes to the long part. Let me see if I can find it. Let me go get a primer ball. So the filter that goes back into the tank, this is return line, goes to the long nipple on the primer ball. This short line that goes to this goes to the short nipple on a primer ball. The short nipple is suction. So basically the primer ball pulls fuel from the tank through the carburetor, through this line, and then pushes it back in the tank. That's how the priming system works. And then this is the fuel pump. This block right here has fuel pump diaphragms right in there. And that's run by a vacuum on the back of your, see this little hole is a vacuum line. So important to have this gasket. But that runs the fuel pump, which pulls fuel out of the tank. Alright. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and cut these fuel lines, get them out of the way. Oh, this left hand one will actually pull right out. Whatever. Go ahead and open the gas cap. Just pull straight out. Alright, go ahead and reach in, grab your fuel lines, yank them out, get rid of them. We're going to start all fresh and new. I'll show you how it goes step by step. Okay, so cut a point in your fuel line. Go to the right hand side. Push it in as far as you can with needle nose, and then you reach in through the other side. After you get it pushed in, reach in through the other side, grab it, and you just pull it in, you know, about an inch. Just make sure it's in there. Alright. Oh wait, no, you know what? That one comes all the way out. I'm sorry. Pull that one all the way out the tank, about like that. Cut this tip off right here, and then we're going to stab a new fuel filter on there. So just like that. Then you're just going to shove this back in. Make sure that it's sitting right on the very bottom of the tank. Let me pull this back just a little bit. There you go. So now it's sitting right on the bottom of the tank. Alright. This is going to be the fuel inlet line right there. The next one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut this into a point, just like this. Just stab it in. This one, we only have to go in about an inch. This will be the return line. So with this guy set up like this, it's only going to have to come out to, you know, right about here. So I'm going to set this up. Know that your fuel line is going to come out of this, you know, this line right here, the long one. Set it up. You're like, okay, it's going to be that long, and then cut it to that length. Stab a length of line onto the nipple coming out the side of the carburetor. All right. So this one's your fuel filter. We're going to line this carburetor up here, and then this line is going to go to this nipple. So we need it to be, you know, about yay long. It's like about yay long. So now you got these two lines. They are coming out. The longest line will be the one coming off the carburetor. So we're going to go ahead and bolt the carburetor down with the air filter assembly. At the same time, we're going to feed all the lines through the primer ball hole. Okay, so again, the short one is going down to the tank. That's the return line. That goes to the long nipple. The line that goes to the tank goes to the long nipple. So we're going to go ahead and mount that. Line goes to the return in the tank. That's the long nipple. This one goes to the carburetor. That's suction. That we're going to cut it the same length as the other line. And then we're going to put that on the short nipple. Make sure the short nipple is facing upwards, because that's how it'll go in on the where it clicks in there. It goes upwards. We're just going to push this through until we line it up with the hole that it clicks into. This takes two hands because it's going to want to push over, but you just push it through until it clicks. You can't get it. I gotta have both hands. Alright, there you go, until it clicks into place. If you have a kinked over line like this, that means it's too long. So you're going to want to cut it off. I'm going to pull it right off the carburetor, and I'm going to cut it shorter. I'm just going to use my needle nose. Okay, so then fuel line isn't kinked anymore. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get it in there like that, but that's how it's got to be. Alright, so now we got all this tightened up. We're going to go ahead and hook up the throttle cable and get into place. Okay, so you get the cable in like this. Just don't pull it too much or you'll throttle it up. Just get it to where it's just touching this piece in like that. Screw in, tighten it down T25. And check your throttle. Working perfectly. Alright. I don't know where his kill wires are. Oh, there they are. I gotta dig them out. Got his kill wires hooked back up. Now we're gonna go ahead and just dump some friggin' gas. Let me make up some gas here. A gallon. I just dump a little at a time every time into a Gatorade bottle, just so I can make sure there's no water or garbage in it. That way the customers can't say I fucked it up. Alright, I'm gonna dump some in here. We're just gonna go ahead and prime it. Alright, that's a good sign right there. That lets you know that all the fuel lines are hooked up right. Put on the air filter and then the air filter cover. And that's it. You guys are ready to go. Alright, this helped you out in any way, shape, or form. Give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I'll put all the parts, primer ball, fuel lines, carburetor, everything you could possibly need to do this job be in the description below. Whole kit's super cheap. Today's t-shirt will be in the description below as well. If you want me to wear one of your shirts, I'd be more than happy to do some advertising. Peace.